Yes.
All right, we are live.
Hello, world.
Hello, hello, everyone. I guess we'll give them a second to come in.
Okay. There we go. I'm actually just going to set you.
Hello, Jennifer. Welcome.
Hi, Jen.
All right, so we have today's Violet Flame event going on. There has been several guidance, including Saint Germain, who has been invoked for this. There's been dragons that have been invoked for this. Merlin, Melchizedek, different constellations, Bellatrix, constellations, stars, and there is several rings of flame between us. There's the blue, there's the violet, and there's the gold. So there's several things going on right now. So if you guys are feeling the energy and you have some water, feel free to drink it. Hi Jennifer. Hi Ivy. Hi Paul. Hi Natalie. Hello, hello everyone. Anyone who's coming in, please feel free to share. And I have the beautiful, wonderful Josh with me today doing the Violet Flame event, which is so exciting. This is our first time working together.
It's very exciting. What's the
Sound is
sound?
a bit.
Hmm.
How about,
Weird.
wait, hold on. I wonder if I take my earphones out. How about now? How is the sound better or worse?
Oh, that sounds a lot better on my end.
Okay, it was just my earphones then. Hello, hi, Brandy. Hello, hello. Um, Jennifer says sounds better, much better, clearer. Well, I guess no earphones for me today then. Okay, let's see. So we do have a bunch of people who have already donated. Hopefully they are already here. We have Letitia, who is number one on the list. Then we have Bev. We have Jennifer, who is third. Then Carmilla, Maeve Siraj, Brandy Nichols, and Kat Treadway. We won't be taking any more donations at this time, just because we kind of have a list that's a little bit already full. But you are more than welcome to stay and join us and just kind of take in the magic if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be overspill and advice that if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it.
I ask that everyone coming on to the live please be sourced and grounded, and protocols also be expressed to them. So be it.
So note it be.
Mm. Much better. Thank you. Um, Josh, we have 7 on the list right now. Are you good at 7 or do you want one more?
We can do the 8, and then we'll do a hard stop
Okay.
at the 8, like what we were saying. Maybe if on not as a there's been a lot going on energetically this week and the last couple of weeks. So maybe on the next one we can do more, but yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so I'm only asking because Ivy said I would like to donate. Um,
Oh, okay.
yes. So Ivy, if you'd like to donate, we'll take one more, and then we'll have to call it good for visit. We just have to do only 8 at this time.
Yeah.
Um, Natalie next time. All right. All right. So we have Letitia. She has donated first. I see her name here somewhere. Hello, Letitia. Hello, hello. So I know she's
Hi,
here.
Letty.
Is there anything specific that you'd like? Oh, her dragon just popped in. Hi. Is there anything specific that you'd like to have us work on today as far as transmutation. They're already pulling me into a contract. Feel free to keep commenting, but they're already pulling me into the contracts. Karmic contracts Saint Germain, entering Akashic records, pearlescent book, golden book, past, present, future, karmic contracts. Some are flexible, some are not. Those that can be upgraded and flexible, we are going to go ahead and upgrade them. Those which are not, we can change them, change the energy on them for those who are ready to let go for their best and highest good. And those who is your vibration shifting right now and they're still holding on, they're attaching on to you. So Archangel Michael, please go. Other archangels, please go. Thank you. And violet flame. Replace with light. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm a little disoriented. Letitia says, whatever comes in. I felt it in my third eye. Okay.
Yeah, they were having me do some work in your third. You're really getting some clairaudient upgrades right now. And there's a lot of codes streaming in, and especially now through your crown and third eye. Make sure you do stay on top of your grounding, but really during this time, do a little bit more. You know what I mean? A card did come out for you. It's Enter the Magic. So it's really calling upon, see how she's sitting outside meditating and she's shielding, and she's she's really anchoring down into God. Did I leave for a second?
Yeah, it just froze for a second. Hi, Kat.
Probably one thing. Sorry, guys.
I was just doing stuff in the background. I was just waiting. Josh?
How about
Josh,
now?
can you? Okay. Yeah, I can see you. You're moving now. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Do not mess with my stuff. So sorry about that, Letty. So you see how she's really grounding in this card, like she's really anchored down in Gaia. She's shielded. Her unicorn is, and this is not just your unicorn, or Winnipeg, sorry, but your guides. Really take this time, especially right now, as you're receiving and integrating, to do what she's doing right here. Taking a second to go outside, anchor into Gaia, because you are receiving a lot, and we're going in and removing some contracts and moving some things around. they're also really bringing my attention to your sinuses. So if you, just going to go in and clear some of that block. There's a little bit of blockages in your sinus area. I don't know if you've been sick recently or not, but there we go. Now I feel it going down your throat. And I'm just moving it down your chakra system, down to the base of your spine to be released. But your clear audience is really being upgraded right now. Just as I don't know if you heard me say that earlier or not, but just as a little bit of a heads up. So pay attention to your thoughts, because they're saying that it'll be more, they'll be coming in through your thoughts. But go ahead, Letty. Or not Letty. Viju.
I was just so you there's certain things going on with your crown, Letty. It's a little it needed a little, what do you call, not fine tuning but balancing. So your crown and third eye needed a little balancing about what you were seeing and hearing, and then there's the occipital area that needed a little pressure release. So I was doing that, and I was adding filters to your field. You don't have filters. That's part of the problem of why you're going through what you're going through. So we're just gonna just kind of open the head chakras, because there's like a bunch, and some of them you shut down. So we're gonna open them, and then we're gonna add filters, so you won't have to feel like shutting them down. Okay, that feels good.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so really, really up the electrolytes, and really ground right now, Letty. Just trying to see if there's any other messages that want to come through. Hello, Joanna.
Hello, Joanna. Welcome, welcome. At this time, we currently do not, but we appreciate you coming and joining and spending time with us. Oh, I love the beach. Oh, dang. I love any time that I get to spend at the beach. It's been a hot minute, let me tell you, but oh, amazing. Hello, Mary. Told my husband I needed to go ground there. Yeah, you can do it at the beach. You can do it there. You can do it just walking in the backyard. So many different.
And if you can't make it outside because of the weather, just call in Gaia herself. She can come in or take a shower, call upon the element of the water. Watch a candle burn. All kinds of good tips. So Letty, another card came out was Mahatma Energy, which this is you currently right now as well. You're currently building your light body, and you're accelerating your ascension is what that's what we did. And with your team, we built up your light body, and accelerated your ascension. And you will be receiving more codes over the next few days, they're saying, because you don't want to receive everything at once. That would just be too much energetic overload. And so if you wake up over the next few days with some soreness, or some just like body soreness, it's just those energies moving around. And yeah.
Okay, that feels good. Thank you, Letitia. Thank you for being here. She goes, I go talk to the tree in the back of your yard, but beach is my favorite. Same. I love talking to trees too. And beach is a whole different aesthetic. So it is what it is. Thank you so much. I love you too. Thank you for being here. We're very happy that you're here. It was very interesting. That was a very hard pull that they pulled me into that before I even got to speak. Thank you, Letty. All
Thank you,
right.
Letty.
So, as we clear in between, the next person on the list is Bev. Bev, please let us know if you're here. There you go. Bev says she's here. Hello. Okay. Okay, so immediately they pull me, Bev. They're pulling me. They're showing me we're going into your field and we're looking at certain areas of your crown and your neck. And they're showing me your throat. Okay, so you've created certain thought forms, my friend. You've created certain thought forms that have maybe had access to you throughout several lives. I'm channeling. And she has kept them with her because of what she's learned in those past lives. And now her belief system is so ingrained into her DNA that she herself believes she cannot undo it, which is not true. So we're going to work on just getting those thought forms out. We're sending in the heavy hitters right now to go do that for us, and the thought forms out and energies, we like to call them energies, out of your throat, your third eye, and your crown, because there is an aspect of you that believes that you cannot speak. They're pointing my attention also to the back of your head and to the top part of your head. They're saying it's stress related, and also they're showing me your increased cortisol levels. I don't know if you've been to an endocrinologist. They're showing me like hormone levels and other levels that are not in balance, and then that's also causing coarseness and maybe hair loss, thinning, something like that, and this weight disposition. Different kinds of body types are showing me that. So like going to an endocrinologist to get a panel on that, and also maybe a thyroid panel would be a good idea, is what they're saying. But I want to work on that while Josh does his magic.
So they were giving me the same symbols with the racing thoughts that just need to go, that just no longer serve. And then they were giving me the sensation of someone really choking me. So I feel like that was really your voice being silenced. And I completely agree with what Baiju was saying. This isn't just over. And I feel like in a little bit in this lifetime as well, you haven't always been heard or seen. And it's they're really having me go into your throat chakra and your solar plexus, and a little bit as well within your heart. Because I feel like with all of this, it's making it a little bit difficult for you to connect into your heart. And so, because another thing that confirms that is the card that came out was for you to listen to your heart. So tune into the infinite and awaken psychic abilities. We do that through connecting to our heart. And I also feel like some of these thoughts a lot of it is in your subconscious. And they're kind of self-sabotaging thoughts, like I can't do this, I'm not doing this, I can't do that. But that's just reprogramming that. they're having me going in to do to clear, because they were just projections of other people that it's not you. You know what I mean? Um, and they're really now bringing me to your feet chakras. Like they're actually making my feet sweat. Um, I feel like you do a lot of work with elementals, but they, sorry, I'm just going in and wrapping up what they're having me do in your heart. But your feet are buzzing. Are they giving this to you too, Vijay?
No, I was doing some DNA coding in the background so that we've removed several energies that have been holding inside the chakras, inside
Yeah.
several walls. Like they're like hiding inside in the back and in the front chakras. So we removed some of them, which she's ready to let go of, but some of them, while I was trying to remove them, she's not ready to let go of yet. Like but sometimes if you take, because if something's been carried with them through lifetimes, some of them they're like, I want to let go, I want to let go. And some of them you can remove, and some of them, if they're not ready to let go, they will either just call it right back in, or B, it'll just put their system into shock because they don't know what to do with it, even if it's like a toxic energy. And it's such a core level thing. So most of the stuff that you were ready to let go at this moment has been transmutated. Some of the stuff you're not ready to let go, it'll be done when you're ready. It'll be slowly, gently, easily done when you're ready, so your body doesn't receive a shock.
That's what they
But
were saying. Okay.
it's just, she's, because there's certain energies, that are, judgment aside, we don't think look good, but for them, maybe it's their like childhood imaginary friend that they've been seeing since they were 2, or since they've been seeing in the past like 10 lifetimes. So it's a very tricky situation, because then we're interfering with their contract and their karma, and also can't put their system into shock. So I was also working on the heart space a little bit, because it seems like and the lungs, seems like there was a little bit of grief in there. So the transmutated some of the grief in the lungs, and the heart space has like self-worth, self-love. Everyone kind of has that, so there's a little bit of that going on. Just continued, just gentle ease and grace, like and the codes, you've been getting codes from all kinds of places, and it's just they aren't being integrated or activated. It's like they're all in your field. They're like floating around. I can see all kinds of fun codes and downloads. It's just I guess you haven't started to process them and integrate some of them. So I'm sending you to each guidance to start doing that. So you're going to start feeling a shift. You might feel more tired and stuff, but you got to process what's in your field instead of getting more downloads.
Sorry for the burping. They're giving me stuff to transmute for you. So part of this is also trusting the process of kind of like going off of what Vaiju was saying. They were giving me this earlier, but really lean in and trusting the process. Everything happens in divine timing, whether it be abilities, whether it be when things come into our reality that we're trying to manifest. If we rush it and we start to doubt it, that creates blockages. So really practice being in the present moment and it takes practice. Really centering yourself. I like to do breath work for that. And over time, you really start to catch yourself slipping into trying to rush things or not surrendering to the process. So I would practice box breathing. So breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds. And also, I would also recommend EFT tapping as well for you.
Oh,
So
that's
that
really
is
cool.
like tapping like, you know how Earth has energetic ley lines? Our physical body, the dura, the sleeve of nerves in our body, have those same energetic ley lines that when you tap them, it calms you down. Our brains don't know the difference between being chased by a saber-toothed tiger and stressing about a bill. So when you're tapping those energetic ley lines, like on the side of your hand right here, on your eyebrows, on the top of your head, your upper lip, that sends the signal to your brain, oh, I'm not being chased by a saber-toothed tiger if I have time to like tap right there. You know what I mean? So it's another method to really relax, calm down, and bring yourself back into this present moment.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's an amazing suggestion. EFT, psychotherapy, those are both, that would help you emotionally.
Yeah. And don't judge yourself with whatever comes up. I'm also hearing.
It's because of the judgment. That's partially why people don't speak light language, because they judge the words coming out of their mouth. Like they'll look at other people speaking light language and they'll be like,
Exactly.
mine doesn't sound like that. Why does mine sound different? Yeah. So if I might speak different language with someone else, but doesn't mean it's not avian. It just means there's probably different dialects. Just like in India, there's over 210 languages and there's sub dialects in those 210 languages.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean anything. Stop judging what comes through, and it takes time. It takes time, and no judgment. It takes time to undo the damage that we're done when we were kids. But that's for another day. You get if right now. But she has several things, but we'll work on it one at a time. But right now, it feels good for what we've done. Hi Melanie. Hi Miranda. Yes, the list is closed. All right, Bev. So we're just gonna wrap up a few more things, like so, and boom. All right, you're good.
Thank you, Bev.
Thank you, Bev.
And I do think I need to make that disclaimer. If you guys hear me burp or cough or anything, it's just me transmuting energy that they send. So just full disclaimer. Apologies in advance.
And sometimes also when we're burping and coughing, sometimes it's transmutation and sometimes it's air healing. So if there's general air healing going on, a lot of people I've seen keep saying, "Oh, I'm transmuting," and it's they're getting air healing. So if out of nowhere they're rapidly if they're doing that out of nowhere suddenly, it's because someone is air healing or they're getting air healings. That's what's coming on, and their system's trying to keep up with it.
Interesting. Okay, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Learn something new every day.
Bev says, "You're welcome, Bev." She says she loves your giggle, Josh.
I've got like 15 different ones, but I'm thank you so much for the compliment, Bev.
Not that you have 15 different ones. I'm done. No.
Just depends on the phase of the moon and a lot of different factors. Just kidding.
Jennifer says I burp so much, especially on the lives. Yes, I've noticed. Sometimes she'll make a face. Cat will be like.
Well, and that's funny because Jennifer was the person that came into my awareness when you were talking about that. It's like, oh, Jennifer's probably air healing with a good chunk of that too. That's so fascinating.
It's air healing. So one will probably be either on the live or something, or like one of you suddenly decides to air heal. Something's happening, but it's air healing, and then she just goes on. She goes back to back to back to back. It's so funny. Let's see. Kat says, "Hey Jen, I think Jen is on the list next." Perfect timing. We're talking about you, Jen. So is there anything specific that you'd like us to work on? Ooh, they've taken me. Okay, so I guess we're time jumping, dimension jumping.
Yep.
So something they're showing me like a base, a military base or something, and oh, I don't know if like obviously I guess they do drills and stuff and certain disciplinary and I guess certain things. Oh, um. So they're asking me to transmute certain things that you've experienced in your emotional bodies throughout the at different military bases that you're at, and different maybe emotional fracturing that you've done at these places. There's like a significant amount of fracturing emotional parts that you've just left behind because I guess you've had to be like put on a different face of who you had to be versus who you are. And so there's this. I'm just gonna go work and go back in time and space and pick up those different fractured parts, and have them brought back and have them integrated gently, slowly, and easily. And also, they're asking, ooh, okay. So I'm just gonna work on your emotional body, balancing your mental body, and balancing your chakras, and kind of have the flame go all throughout, and kind of do a gentle cleanse. And there's like a pin going through your neck. They're showing me like a sword or a pin going all the way from the front to the back of your base of your neck. So I want to work on that.
Say they're really. You've got some. I've been going in and burning away um, some stuff that just has been lingering in the solar plexus and the sacral that just it was just expired and just it needed to be released. And so I've asked your team to work coincidentally with me to release that slowly and easily. So if you start because they were really giving me some head pressure with some codes that were just really trying to come in. And now they're bringing me to your throat and your higher heart to do the same. We're working up. Your root feels amazing. Um, um, so while Vaishu was talking, a card came out for you, Jen, and it
Stop.
is Unicorn Portal. So focus your light, listen for a message. And I think this really goes into play with really focusing your light on situations that seem triggering.
Oh, hey Jen. I'm sorry to interrupt. Whatever you're feeling, they're just bodies coming in. It's not present time. I feel your field is panicking. I'm just, it's keep touch something that's next to you right now to remind yourself you're in present time. Sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. They're really saying focus your light. And it's so hard to do sometimes when we're caught in the moment, and you know this. But continue to practice on being gentle with yourself and seeing your light as you're focusing your light. I'm trying to get on what the listen for a message aspect of this card is for you. I feel like this has to do with business. Okay, wow, yeah, confirmation. So continue to be patient with the contract stepping in. They are. And they're saying listen to a message on I feel the panicking sensation.
That's just your body's coming in, Jen. I'm picking up like thousands of fractured. You know what? Hold on. Let's do this. Let's put outside of her body, outside of her field. Go there for right now. Hey, do you feel a shift? I fixed it.
Just out of curiosity, were any of them caught in Saturn?
You're seeing some associated past life where she dominated something was associated with Saturn.
Okay. Because they were, for some reason, they were bringing my attention to a fractal being caught in Saturn's rings. So I was trying to pull that back earlier, but
It's the past life where they're showing me like a dark mistress. Have you ever seen Thor? Have you seen Thor's sister?
yeah.
It's like a character like that, but she was from Saturn and she destroyed lives and planets. Past life.
Interesting. Yeah, Jennifer, Saturn. They were when Vaishu was talking, they were bringing my awareness to Saturn's rings, and they were saying that a fractal was, or an aspect of you was there. So that makes sense. Okay.
I just had them outside your field for right now, so that way they'll gently process. There's like thousands coming in, Jen. I'm like dealing with thousands of, so I'm clearing them before I bring them in. That's another part that I like to do. Whenever you bring in fractals, a lot of people just go, "I'm bringing in fractals," which is fine. But the thing is, you have to clear off all that trauma off the fractals. So we got to clear on multidimensional levels on the trauma on the fractals, so you're not going, I'm living this again. So you're not. And then you have to fill them all again with new codes and new stuff. So I'm each and every fractal, while the angels are doing that, they're like taking your like fractured parts and like bleaching them in different pools. so they're all coming in thousands at once. But I've created an avatar for that to happen. And so my mentor taught me this, Dr. Susan Rossi. But we created an avatar for them to come into now. So then that doesn't feel like because your body was panicking, it was too much. So I just created that avatar for right now. So the chopping will go out there. Melanie says, are you accepting donations for readings? No, Melanie, not at this time. We already have our list full. But we will be hopefully do another live sometime soon. And then we can go ahead and do a book in advance. Jennifer says, I'm so sorry. Why are you sorry? You don't have to apologize.
Don't be sorry, silly goober.
I don't know what she's apologizing for. Hi, Tamara. Yeah, she just has lots of like it's just this, it's like the cutest thing. It's like she's almost like she's like 4 or 5 years old. Like her emotional age is 4 or 5 years old, but she's always had to act like she was like an adult, and it's like she's always had to act mature and always had to act like an adult. So there's it's hard for her to be in situations where she gets to relax and be a kid, which is a lot of us. So it's just, so we're just sending some love to those parts.
Yeah, and the timelines here as well. Like the programming from the Navy, the programming from parents and society, and you don't have to be strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you already are, just for being. Like it's okay to feel, like it's okay to let those emotions.
Yeah. It's just so being strong all the time. I had to do some coding on your soul star because it collapsed on itself. When I say crown chakras or head chakras, think of me talking about 150, not one. And then when I say soul star, imagine that into different aspects. It was like collapsed on itself. So I just like, we had to pull up your field again, recode some stuff in your soul star, and kind of have it work the way it's supposed to, just because you've been through so much.
So I'm trying to get more on this listen for message. My original gut was to watch for a listen for a message for a contract that's going to be stepping in for services from you. But I also feel like it's mentor guided as well. I feel like things are really lining up. Just continue to be patient, because I really feel like it's both. contracts coming in, booking services, and also because you've been trying to do multiple things at once. Love you too, sweetheart. Um, so just keep being patient, listen for a message, and in the meantime, focus on your light. Okay?
Do meditations with Shiva. Shiva. I think you should connect with Shiva at this time.
Interesting. Okay.
You're welcome, Jen. That feels good.
Yeah. I'm just feeling normal ascension symptoms with you. Uh, but be extremely gentle with yourself, sweetheart. You know the drill. Um, yeah. Thank you, sweetie.
They're
You.
they're sending you a few cheer ups to lighten the energy. Um, so they'll cherubs generally are good with animals. They usually protect animals and they take care of animals. But just because of what you need and your child needs, they're sending you a few cherubs to lighten you. So that feels good. Thank you, Jennifer.
Oh, they're also saying make yourself, if you don't already have it, the oil that you sent me for my inner, you sent me for my inner kiddo, and I forget the other essential oils that you put into it, but roll some of that on yourself, sweetie, to really help smooth things over as well. But okay,
Okay,
thank you,
that
Jennifer.
feels good. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, next we have Carmilla. Carmilla, are you here? She says yang yang.
Yes, thank you.
And says red mandarin.
Yes.
Oh.
Carmela, are you here, sweetie? I don't think I've seen her come in yet.
Mm, if Carmilla's not here, we can go to someone else who is here and then do them and then
Okay.
whenever she comes back. Do we have
Sure.
Maeve, Siraj, or Seely?
C, are you here? Oh, excuse me.
Maeve, Siraj, or Seely? Hi, Ivy. I guess Maeve isn't here then. We'll give her like a few more seconds, but Maeve isn't. If you don't reply, Maeve, we're gonna go on to the next person.
Eric, stop.
All right. So we have. Okay, we'll go on to the next person. Brandy Nichols, are you here? Okay, Brandy is here. We'll do Brandy.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Hello, Brandy.
Okay, Brandy. Hello. So they're saying it's like this the energy that you have that you may think it's like ADHD, right? Like on the human basis of how we talk about it, maybe it's ADHD, or maybe it's like a more of a connection with the fairy realm, or maybe it's more of the airy fairy, or it's just because some of us can be trapped in certain dimensions when we fracture off, and that's why sometimes we see certain things, or our personality overly is dominated by one or more aspects of that. But sometimes we just like go to that realm and we just stay there and don't come back out. So we're gonna work on a little bit of those fractals. Guidance is going and handling that. I am not, and so we're gonna take care of that. And then they're working on your crown space and your
Yep.
emotional body. It's like there's two different aspects of it. It's like this person who constantly, like, there's this person who wants to be happy, cheery. Like, think of like a little like Tinkerbell, right? So there's someone like that, and then it's like maybe that person was always told, you need to do this. Why did you miss this? Why did you forget this? Why I told you to do this. And it's like that person being confused and not quite understanding what's going on because they're just thinking they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, and it's like constant criticization or people telling them how to live their life, or just kind of just like a very controversial upbringing. And it's caused her to fracture off in a major way and cause multiple brandies. um we can't obviously integrate all of them because it's just like years of fracturing, but I'm just going to go ahead and try to work on that, and then work on your mental body and have it kind of have some kind of correlation to your mental body and your emotional body. So I'll go work on that.
Yeah, that explains a lot in the head pressure because there's a lot of head pressure going on right now. Um, and lots of um, pressure in the third eye as well. They immediately, when I connected into you, Brandy, brought me to your actual physical eyes. Um, so I would highly suggest eating more carrots. But I also feel like this is also um, okay. So if you aren't seeing like auras already, you will be soon. Because I feel like that is okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they just confirmed that. So the other thing that they're saying is energetically clean your space. And really keep an eye on your diet, like your energetic diet, and also like what you watch, the people you keep, and the foods that you eat. And also recycle old things that you don't use anymore. Um, like things that you haven't touched in years. Really do some spring cleaning, so to speak. Um, And they're also saying to really, when you're done scrolling social media specifically, to really cleanse your space because um, you're an extremely powerful empath. I feel like your clairsentience is your dominant clair. So you are picking up things from other people without even knowing it and storing it in your solar plexus. Um, and so really transmute. Sorry, my incense smoke was just going up my nose. Uh, really transmute, especially after scrolling social media. Like you can pick up on energy from people scrolling on TikTok or Facebook or what have you. Um, and if you need tips with that, let us know. But um, the reason why they're bringing all of this up is because some new opportunities are trying to hedge your way, are trying to manifest in your reality. But there's so much, the stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. That's kind of like blocking that, so to speak. So really declutter, get rid of what no longer serves you to usher in some new opportunities. And I'm hearing the number 5. If the number 5 is significant for you, maybe if you're a life path 5, if you know what that is. If you don't know how to calculate your life path, just let us know. Anyway, sorry, I feel like that was kind of all over the place, but yeah. Oh, you have a daughter turning 5 soon. Oh, well, happy early birthday to her.
That's beautiful, Brittany. I like that. I feel like your daughter is very like she kind of like brings your energy to a more centered perspective. It's very interesting. So we were doing some DNA coding and embedding in the background. Um, I think we collapsed like 2 other timelines. We had like 5 running, like stuff you made when you weren't in a good space, and we like collapsed 2 or 3 of them. So now you have like the main ones running, so you can choose from that. Your higher self did this, and we also went through the records and we looked at certain contracts as well. We upgraded some of your contracts. I do very strongly agree with what Josh said, where we're doing more practicing on the clearing. Because if our auric field is, let's say in human terms, murky, we need to clear all of that out and have to feel light and clean. Because even though you are the bubbly, wonderful self, it drains, people. And then they're asking me that you need to be more. I don't know if you're someone who likes to touch people, like, hug, like just like
Yeah.
some people are very okay with touch, okay? They'll hug people, like people they've never met, they'll hug them, hug, or do, and which is beautiful, it's great. But the thing is, when someone doesn't practice energetic boundaries and then they do that, it's like you're trying to hug, take all the shit off of them, let them dump. Hug, take all the shit off of another person, let them dump. And if you don't know how to clear yourself or don't know how to practice energetic boundaries where you can touch other people and not let them dump on you, then it's just A, you're either trying to process for them, or B, you're just suddenly you'll feel depressed out of nowhere. You'll have high highs and low lows, and you won't even know why. Can you tell if it's yours or theirs? So it takes time. She's saying, how do I clear? It takes time to practice and get a healing modality and to learn discernment. It's if you choose to do that, it takes time where you can say, is this mine? Is it not mine? Is this mine? Is it not mine? Because all of a sudden, if you're crying out of nowhere, did you get your period, or was it just you picked up someone else's sadness when you were walking through and you don't know, and now you're processing for them? So it's several things. And what I learned as I go in sessions with my mentors over and over again, I see one of my mentors twice every 2 weeks. I see him. Tim Red, I see him every 2 weeks, like clockwork. Other one I see a little more different frequencies, but I see them every single time, and every single time it's some new shit that I'll be like, I've gotten into this now, and they'll be like, it's okay, I got you, I'll fix it. So mentorship is something I'd highly recommend. Get a mentor, see them frequently. I choose 2 weeks because by 2 weeks with the energetic work I do, it's a lot. So 2 to 3 weeks is good. If you work with energy, strongly recommend 2 weeks. If you don't work with energy, which is, let's all pretend that's a lie, but 2 to 3 weeks is what I would say. How I feel when I come on one of your lives. How you feel when you come on one of our lives?
So, Brandy, what they're really saying is use your discernment as well, because how do I clear? That is also you sitting within yourself and finding what modality works for you. If you take on, and a mentor would be able to assist you in figuring that out. But like, especially with any mentor that you take on, what works for them may not work for you, but they'll work with you to figure that out, what does work for you. And how you calculate your life path number is you separate out your birth date. So, like, for example, my birthday is May 29th of 1990. So you would separate the 0 plus the 5 plus the 2 plus the 9 plus the 1 plus the 9 plus the 9 plus the 0. It equals 35. And then you take that and add it together. So the 3 plus the 5, and you would get an 8. So I'm a life path 8. The only time, like after you separate your birthday out, the only time you don't add those 2-digit numbers up is if it's the number 11, 22, or 33. Those are master numbers in numerology. And I'll connect with you. Actually, here, let me. I'm just popping up the website really quick. I apologize. That I love to use. You would think that I would have it in the forefront of my head. If you have something else, while I'm looking this up, go right on ahead, sweetie.
Just finishing stuff up in the background. She's
Gotcha.
generally getting. It's just kind of like a general aura cleanse that's going on right now. It's just so much.
So fun.
Brandy, once a week, considering, because I'm pretty sure you're on TikTok and you make videos and stuff like that, and if you haven't yet deciphered how to put boundaries, even if you're on social media, people, they're portals, my dear. Portals. So if you have yourself on social media, if like I'm on TikTok and I'm on Facebook, and when people can watch my videos past, present, and future, and some people want to access certain things and some people want to do certain things, fine, that's fine. You want to get access to healings, that's fine. You want to get access to my energy like 2 fucking months after that and try to attack me, I don't know, that's not fine. So you gotta, there's protocols and stuff you got to put up when you're on social media. It just is what it is, even if you're creating TikTok videos.
Yep. And the web address, Brandy, is creativenumerology.com. It's phenomenal. It's packed full of information about your life path number once you figure it out. And your life path number is basically your numerology zodiac. You can also do the same thing for your personal year. Just swap out the current year you're in for your birth year, and you'll find out what the year has ahead for you numerology wise.
I mean, you don't have to delete it, Brandy. It's just, I'm not telling you shouldn't be on social media. I've had a friend do that. But it's just, she went all kinds of ballistic, and she like eventually got off of all social media and flipped out. But the thing is, if you practice discernment and if you practice energetic boundary, you don't have to get off of social media. We just have to be more mindful of what we're doing. We just have to set more intention in what we're doing. Not, boom, let's do this. Oh shit, that wasn't a good idea. Boom, let's do that. That's not a good idea. Put a little bit more intention and mindfulness in our actions, and it will go a little bit more smoother. That's pretty much, I think, the gist of it.
Yeah. Sorry, they're having me go in on there's a getting rid of a few cords. There's one specifically on the left side of the solar plexus. I feel like it's that's my divine feminine side, so it's a female energy. So I would set some healthy boundaries, sweetheart.
It's also her boyfriend. I don't know if you have a boyfriend. There's like a male energy that's just, yeah. He's like, it's like a boba straw. He's like, he put a boba straw in your solar plexus and he's going. Paul says, "What if I don't like my number? Reincarnate."
That was just what I was thinking. Like, well, I mean,
they just said reincarnate. I love it.
And when you start writing this life's contract, just say that you pick your number then, the number that you, yeah.
And I didn't know. Are you a Taurus?
Who?
You.
I'm a cusp baby. I'm a Gemini Taurus.
Interesting. I'm a Gemini sun. I'm a Scorpio in the Vedic astrology, so my main sign is Scorpio. But I have Sagittarius, lots of Capricorn, Gemini, and Scorpio.
That makes a lot of sense.
I just heard that before you said it. Why? Why? Why does that make sense?
So, yeah, I'm a Gemini Taurus, and then Aries rising and Leo moon. Overall, my chart's pretty balanced. I do need more water in my chart, though, I will say that. So it's really, I have to keep, like, especially when doing live events, I have to keep water around me. It really helps me. So, oh, you're a Gemini Cancer cusp? Nice.
I have a Cancer moon and a Leo Mars. So, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure that out in my head.
Imagine Leo placement generally, and then imagine Leo and Mars, fire and fire.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I get a little heated, I get a little.
I was like, when you get mad, you get mad. The definition of seeing red.
Yeah. Let's see. Ivy says Cancer Sun, Scorpio rising, Virgo moon. Yeah, I can see that, Ivy. Tamara says cusp, Scorpio, Sagittarius, 1122. Nice. I like that.
I could see that for Jeremy.
Hey, my Scorpio fam, hello. You're welcome, Brandy. That feels excellent. Okay. Try to get some sleep, my dear. They say that, I don't know if you don't sleep when you stay up late nights doing stuff. Try to get some sleep on time, they're saying. But that feels good. Thank you, Brandy, for being here.
Yes, thank you, sweetheart. It's very nice meeting you.
She just generally has like a very like cute little fairy energy every time she pops in. Like she wants to take you to this little fairyland. It's cute.
That makes a lot of sense because I'm also, my soul language is a Fey dialect, and so it's a galactic fairy. And so that makes a lot of sense for whenever I was connecting into you, my fairies were starting to like a rave. You know what I mean?
No, I thought that there was a DJ party going on.
They yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. Like I thought they were just doing that for like us, like for like the excitement and just throwing up like our rave in the background, but no, it was for whenever we connected into you. So that's anyway, getting down with a sister. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm kind of like Brandy, honestly. My energy, like sometimes it depends what time you find me, but I generally am kind of airy fairy like that though. Let's see. Kat is next. Hi, Jessica. Hello.
Hi, Jessica. Kat, are you in? Ding dong.
You're so interesting, Josh. You have, not only do you have Fae energy, you have Leprechaun energy, you have Trickster energy, and you also have Nereid energy. You have Mermaid energy.
Really?
You have Siren energy in your field, like 72 to 75%.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
Kat. Hello, Kat. Kat is here. Yay. Carmilla, where were you, my friend? We were asking for you and we waited for you. Kat, do you mind if we go ahead and do Carmilla since she's here?
Hi, Estella.
Hi, Estella.
So that's why Sirius B keeps popping. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Kat.
Okay, anyway, focus.
So Carmilla said, Kat says, go ahead. Carmilla says, I was playing a game. No, Carmilla, you can't play a game.
No
we have to be
games.
serious right now. Let's see. Whoa, eagles. Hi. I like her energy. It's very like suddenly I get like transported into like a desert with like an eagle watching me and there's like desert animals. I like this. Okay, Carmela. Oh, well. No, we're already doing you, honey. So, so we have Galactic stepping in for you, Carmela. Um, ooh, it's like they're saying you have a past life. It's like suppose it's like a self-sacrificing energy. Suppose you're in like some kind of Valkyrie war, and then
Yep.
you self-sacrificed yourself then, and then you went to a Nordic war, another Nordic war, and then you sacrificed yourself for a bunch of other people. But the problem is maybe you're sacrificing too much for other people who aren't giving it back, and it feels like there's an imbalance in the system. It feels like it leaves you feeling drained, wondering why the heck you're here, kind of just you're giving a lot and it's fine, but when you're giving you also have to receive. So if there's too much of giving and not receiving, or there's too much of receiving and not giving, both, you can imagine how that looks like. So it's a very big imbalance, and suppose you're like a teapot, you're like this. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of recalibrate certain things and kind of bring in that balance and kind of transmute those older bodies and that hero complex, that hero god aspect, thing going on. And that way you'll feel more of a balanced, things will make more sense, Carmela. I'm just going to work on something. It's going to be on like an energetic DNA level, okay?
That's so funny that you were saying that because they were already having me do that transmute some timelines and some just get and transmuting some energetic bodies that just do not need to be there. So Carmela, and as I do this, it's alleviating a lot of pressure from your head, which I'm thankful for because holy crap. Um, so Carmela, as they're clogging up my throat, speak your truth on something. I feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had. And also at the same time, I'm hearing you are calibrating to a new dialect. I'm trying to call in whatever dialect's trying to calibrate to you at this time.
So in light language, sorry, Josh, go ahead.
It's okay. Go ahead. What's up?
No, they're saying in light language, a lot of people can speak light language, but very few people connect with the singing aspect of light language, because it looks like it sounds like there's a lot of there's a lot of singing. They have like they have like soul songs where they all sit together and sway and sing, and that's how they connect to each other. It looks like, and then it just they're saying that that's kind of a way she needs to connect, and her soul immediately as soon as I'm doing this, she's getting so happy. So they're saying so yeah, instead of just speaking and being so serious, why not sing? There's no one watching, you're not being judged. Sing your heart song. It'll make you happy. Dancing and singing will make you happy, my dear.
So you're blowing my mind right now because do it around a campfire. Do it around your bonfire. Like imagine you're holding your hands with your guides around one of your bonfire ceremonies. Say really when you're do a bonfire ceremony on yourself, sweetheart, and really tap into your heart chakra and just sing whatever comes out. Truly express yourself on that whole other level. It will be so healing for you and so freeing as well. Like you already speak and you already know this, but I'm just going in with them and loosening up some things because I feel like with you as well, some previous lives where being like your voice was suffocated. And I'm hearing that during a lifetime you drowned. I'm hearing that you were like you drowned in a ship, like your ship capsized. Um, and so I'm going in with your team and removing that and impacting this lifetime. Um, oh, there we go.
Camilla, there's other stuff going on. You're male and female. It feels like there's been an imbalance because of whatever you've experienced with the male figure, several male figures, and even maybe someone who was supposed to protect you. So maybe it's a father, an uncle. There's some trauma there, where it's like. I in your energy, I almost want to see a male and attack the shit out of him. Because men are shit, men are assholes, men are horrible things. It's just like there's something there, and it's past life and it's this life. It's both. Um, so I'm kind of just gonna try to ease that a little bit because it's also putting you out of balance within your own feminine and masculine.
And now I'm taking. Give me back the. And now they're giving me that Norse lifetime because I'm really tasting blood as I'm
Yeah, it's in
clearing.
my mouth too. But okay.
Um, just removing those lifetimes from hindering anything in this lifetime, integrating the lessons learned, but we just keeping those lifetimes here, but just not hinder. You know what I mean? We don't need it impacting or affecting you in this lifetime from speaking your truth, from truly expressing yourself. Um, but yeah, I was almost feeling like your feminine side was almost kind of like, oh, Carmela, don't be sorry. It's okay. Um,
Don't need to apologize. It just is what it is.
it is. It's all part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost felt like your feminine side was almost kind of like, um, I don't want to say lopsided, but it's really going in and bringing her back up to your divine masculine side. Really, really reintroducing him um, and reassuring her that she is safe with him. Um, oh, you feel so much better already. Holy crap.
I did
Um,
some DNA coding to change out some of the old thought forms and belief systems.
so I'm just conversing with your higher self to bring down a crystalline, um, like bright as white, like as like the sun falling on a newly fallen snow. Um, tube of light to surround you. Um, and in between you and this tube of light, I'm invoking the violet flame within your energetic space and in between that tube to just really um, seal the deal on everything that we are doing. Um, and this will stay with you as long as it's needed.
Very good.
And
Very
I can
good.
also, huh?
I said very good. I love that. I love what you're doing right now.
So, and I have an invocation, Carmela, for you that I'll send you if I haven't sent it to you already. That you can. It's the invocation. Yeah. But you feel so much better.
She does. She feels like more imbalanced and more at peace. She felt very like and chaotically in pain initially, and now she feels more calm. Her field is a lot calmer.
Like my shoulders physically dropped. Like I felt like I was
Mm.
holding my shoulders up for so long, and now you're able to relax them. Um, yeah. Thank you so much, Carmela, for letting us. Um, for letting us.
Transmutation, yeah. We don't want to release anything that we just did, but transmutation, yeah.
The power of the violet flame and of attention.
All right. That feels excellent. I feel like someone's about to take a really good nap.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Carmela,
Oh,
for coming
Jesus.
here with us.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Thank you for coming in and sharing your time with us today. That felt good.
Yes. Thank you so much.
All right. Next we have. Oh, you're very welcome, friend. We have Cat Treadway, or Wood Up, or whatever name we like to use today.
Okay.
Cat says, "I am here." Hello, Cat.
Hello.
今日そうしなきそこすこやなきおろいてやえしこよのいしそうそうこい They were sending me we're sending animals to you. There's like there's like snakes that are coming. So one of my magics that I use is I use snake magics for my Egyptian past life, and other past lives, and my Indian past life. They say, but I use their like source snakes. So if you can see them, they're like huge and they're glowing, and some of them have gold marks on them. They're coming and taking care of certain things. Right now, they're running off certain energies in your field. You've been through a lot of emotional stuff recently, a lot of responsibility. The shoulders, oh Jesus, oh my God, oh, the shoulders and the back are it's just immense. Like it's hurting.
Yep.
Holy Jesus. Okay, so whoa, you are taking on things, Kat. We talked about this. Oh, you're taking on stuff that's not even yours, my dear. There's like a younger woman, there's an older man, there's like two or three people stuff that you're shouldering because you're trying to help them. So it's like they dumped on her. It's like whatever emotional turmoil you went through, as I know you were going through something recently, and whatever stuff everyone else is feeling about that incident, they all just said, I saw something. Let me just dump, and they just said you deal with it, and it's just yeah, it's family. I didn't want to say that, but they're just dumping on you and having you deal with it because they're like you can deal with it. Here you go. So we're just chasing away certain energies. I'm gonna work on clearing certain things first and disconnecting them from your field. And your shoulders. I'm just gonna work on releasing your neck, your shoulders, all of your spine. How did it get this bad? All right. Let's
Yeah,
go.
they were having me go in on the lower part of her spine and focusing on the lower centers because
Mm.
I'm feeling some really thick cords on the solar plexus and on the sacral. So they're really having me go in with them and release some stored up emotions and just stuff that's not yours, sweetheart.
They're like plugged into her, Josh. Jesus.
Like those are like they're yeah, and it's from both living and dead. Um,
Yes. Archangel Michael and his dominion, Saint Germain, Shiva, Kali, Durga. Step in, please. Invoke and evoke. There we go. Ooh, you feel that?
your zeal points loosening back up slowly but surely. um,
Our chakras are spasming. Hold on.
yeah,
Hold on. Uh, hold them. We're doing it. Okay, let's fix that. Light, recalibrate, spin. Light, recalibrate, spin. Light, recalibrate, spin. Light, recalibrate, spin. Boundaries for each chakra, front and back. Dang it, her field collapsed. Okay, up. Reconnect. I'm sorry, Josh. Keep doing whatever you're doing. I'm just gonna. All energies invoke and evoke on the violet flame. Elohim. Elohim of the violet ray. Enter, please.
there we go.
Hey, let's go. Thank you. Sonoro kia siamo ye e te roko hoi shite sikoi. Anasakatare to. She's gotten dimensional and fractured, so from the areas where that's happened, let's send dragons. Some places angels won't go, so dragons. Got the heavy hitters in the club. Recalibrate light, recalibrate light. I am the violet flame.
Oh my gosh, there you go. Sorry, I'm just going through each vertebrae section by section and just really just doing a sweep.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, sweetheart.
Yeah. It's good. Kat, we've you know this. You got to practice the veil, the boundaries, and set up the guides when you're going with these people, especially around like areas of grief and stuff. And her liver, Jesus. Okay. Oh, and
Yep.
we'll have someone work on the liver as well. We'll work
It,
on this in your session, Kat. I want to work more on this in your session. But your liver needs to. We'll work on it. Just
And the left kidney.
you can't. Okay, so people watching on this live, not only Kat, you can't take on other people's stuff that's not yours. Not only because I'm an empath and I can do it. No, because when you take on so much of other people's stuff, it shuts down people's own energetic systems, and it also shuts down people's organs, and it also shuts down people's like physical 3D bodies. So have you ever seen someone like pass out and die from liver cancer or liver failure, or pass out and die from kidneys failing suddenly, or multiple organ failure? What do you think all that is? You got to be very conscious about who you spend your energy with. You got to be very conscious about how you spend your energy. You got to be conscious about who you're touching, who you're letting touch you. Be discernment,
Yeah.
especially
So,
health.
so what they're really talking about now is dis-ease or disease in the body is when emotion is energy in motion. So it's when we take on emotions from everybody else, and then we get distracted by something shiny or taking on responsibilities from someone else or just day-to-day human life. We forget that those emotions are there, and over time they stack up on top of each other, and before you know it, you've got X, like what Vaisha was saying, you've got X, Y, and Z going on. um, did I cut out again?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm listening. You're good.
Okay. So that's how we get dis-ease in the body, is when emotions over time just they aren't energy in motion. They're stagnant and they fester and they, yeah. So the left kidney right now, holy crap. um
There's like a knife there. Here, there you go.
and the same thing for you, Kat, that I did for Carmela. I'm conversing with your higher self to surround you in a crystalline white tube of light that's brighter than the sun shining on a newly fallen snow. Um, and in between you and that barrier, we're invoking the violet flame, and different aspects of the violet flame as well, to finish burning and transmuting other people's energy, breaking it up, transmuting it, releasing any energy that is not of the low vibration out into the universe to be used elsewhere. And this will stay in place forever, for however long she needs it. And so it is done.
And let us ask for this healing to be done within all dimensions, time frames, realities, interdimensions, all space and time, and
Yes.
automatically through all. There you go. Automatic consistency is a help to her higher self with the divine all. That feels a lot better, Kat. How does that feel? Do you feel better? Your feel just kind of, I felt like your feel just went, ha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right. Thank you, Kat.
No,
I'm
thank
glad
you
you
so
feel
much,
better.
sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
glad
you.
she feels better. That's yeah. It can't have been fun feeling like that.
Now go hydrate. Take care of yourself, of you. Push the
Kat,
electrolytes, sweetheart. And yeah.
Kat,
Hi,
maybe
Chris.
go to a big gas station. I saw a racetrack the other day, and I was like, I saw a
Ooh.
big, I saw a big racetrack the other day, and I was like, oh, Kat would like this. She has a thing with like gas stations. Kristen, hello.
Oh my gosh! And you guys have some gigantic gas stations. What's it called? The Beaver one?
The Beaver and Bucky's.
Bucky's. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Bucky's has everything.
Yes. That is the goal in life. Because Jen talks about QTs all the time, quick trips. And I miss going in quick trips when I lived in Kansas City, but I want to go to a Bucky's so bad.
Maybe you should come visit us, Josh. You should come visit me and Jen.
That is the goal. That is the
And
goal.
then Kat can come and we can take you to Bucky's and we can take you to Quick Trip. And just have a gas station trip.
And archery and axe throwing and all the things.
Oh, yes. Hi,
Yeah, because I know
Laura.
Kat wants to go. I know Kat wants to go axe throwing too. So just make a girls' day of it.
Yes.
Oh.
Kat says road trip. Yes, he needs to come down. Yeah. Do it. This is your sign, Josh.
No, I do need to. Like, stat.
Okay.
I'm overdue for a vacation. Understatement. But Kat
Okay.
signed up for the Mud Girl Run in October. Nice.
Okay. Let's see. Girl, mud run in October. Oh, that's right. Okay. This is Figaro. So in the background, Jen, I'm down. I mean, I've already told Kat that whenever she comes in October, I guess we can do something, and then the mud run, and then go to all the gas stations, and then maybe go to like get some food, and maybe we can go like before that and kidnap Josh. Like we have like a smart road trip, and then we'll be like, "Hey, Josh, look at this. What does this smell? What does this smell like?" And then he'll be like, "What do you mean?" And then we can put him in the car.
What do you mean? That's awesome. Oh my gosh, please. Please? That sounds like so much fun.
Just smell this. Don't ask questions.
Just don't ask. Just hold your head there for just a second.
Just a second. Just look at this. Thank you, Laura. Okay. All right, that feels good, Kat. So, if Maeve Siraj is here, let us know. If you're not here, Maeve Siraj, we're gonna go ahead and continue to Ivy Bell.
And 1 second.
Carmela says that sounds like so much fun for real. I know, isn't that a great idea, Carmela? Like, I mean, sometimes I get tired of asking people, and I'm just like, let's go do this, and they're like, yeah, sure, and I'm like, okay, so this might be divine timing. Then I'm just gonna have you smell this like wonderful handkerchief, and then we're gonna go on that trip, and in divine timing. Hi, Ivy.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Ivy, no.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. I apologize.
What's happening, Josh? Are you getting so excited that you like popped off? What's happening?
Oh, I just spilled my tea all over my computer. I was trying to shenani my phone up.
Aw. Hi, Linda. Okay. Carmela says I'm natural with the axes. Yeah, axe throwing was fun. Ivy, is there anything specific you'd like to work through, my dear? Uh-oh. Let me go check where Josh is at. Maybe he'll just figure out that he disappeared and come back on. There we go.
Oh, that was so embarrassing. Apologies, everybody.
Where Ivy says, wherever my spirit takes us, my tummy is going wonky today. Yes, my tummy hurts too. I just felt that. Like butterflies, lots of energies, lots of
Yes,
clearing. He's Linda says he's probably wiping off his computer. You know what, Linda? I think you're right. I think that's a very accurate conclusion.
that's
All
what
right,
had
Ivy.
happened.
All right, Ivy.
Oh my God.
So, okay, we're getting guided. Oh, they took me to a beach. Oh, interesting. Do you like going? Do you go to a beach to emotionally process a lot, Ivy?
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, so we're bringing up like we're like, have you ever seen those people with the little things that they pick up trash off of places like that's fallen down? That's what the guides are doing right now. They're picking up pieces of you that's fractured and fallen off, and we're doing what we need to do with that, with clearing and integrating those in the outside of the body. We're also working. So we're invoking all of the Violet Flame guidance and the Elohim again for this. There are certain thought forms and belief systems that you have around being successful.
Excuse me.
It's like two different chakras. They're like intertwining with each other, and I'm seeing like, and it's from the heart space, like three maybe, but it looks like a belief or a belief system or a thought form where being successful or getting so much money uh, means that it's not good, or like it's like something about like you don't think you deserve it on a core level, and also that if you get that much money, what are you doing this for money for? Like money is bad, kind of like on certain some level. You shouldn't do things for money, kind of thing. But we live in a 3D world where in order to like sustain our bodies and to like eat food and drink water and to like live, it's not like the olden days where I feel like people would just donate food and money if they thought you were a monk. Oh, you have a monk past life. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, so maybe it's just like you from that time where it's just where you think that money is bad because people would just donate clothes. Like back in the day, for like monks or spiritual practitioners or priests, they would donate clothes, they would donate food. So they pretty much didn't have to like, they never like maybe needed money as much as we did in this day and age, because like their meals would be supported by it, the clothes would be supported by it, and they lived a very like pious life or whatever. But we don't do that. This is like 2023. Like we don't do that now. Like we have, you know, we have needs, we have to buy, we have rent, we have home, we need rental spaces, we have businesses, we have taxes. So it runs a little bit differently right now. So we're gonna go ahead and transmute that priestess bodies and that belief systems around cash and your solar spasm and whatever's impacted in your GI tract. Some things like on like the small intestine. I'm
Yep.
seeing on the lower end of your stomach, and it's like through your small intestine. It's like little impaction. I don't know
Yep.
if you don't take fiber or water or both in your diet, Ivy, but a little bit more water intake is definitely required, and maybe some orange juice or something like that. But I'm just gonna work on clearing out the solar plexus, and we're just gonna kind of do a clean house with that.
So they were giving me all of the same symbols with the GI tract and the integrating more fiber into your diet, sweetheart, and also hydrating more. They're having me like intake more dates, more beans, chia seeds or chai seeds, however you pronounce it, flaxseed. I mix it in with my yogurt, my morning parfait, just all
Mm-hmm.
the things. So, what they're having me do is, if you are drinking enough water, I would push more of something with electrolytes in it. Um,
Coconut
But
water.
yes, coconut water is amazing. If you want to be an overachiever like myself, you can do coconut water mixed with pomegranate juice, sprinkled with a little bit of salt. It is
Oh,
the perfect like bam, like electrolyte grounding hydrating powerhouse. Um, but
oh, my back just hurt really bad. Her back heart space. I'm gonna work on that.
okay. Um, I also feel you are really in this like that chrysalis stage of in between a butter. You know how a butterfly goes. You know the motions between what's that called? Like the metamorphosis. Um, I feel like you're in that chrysalis stage of um, like you're resting in the cocoon, so to speak. And it can be quite uncomfortable at times because if we think about it, when a caterpillar is transforming into a butterfly, it literally liquefies. um, so it's like it can be quite uncomfortable during these especially this rebirth that you're going through. Um, so make sure you're getting enough rest, and I feel like that's why we're encouraging the hydration. Um, and I'm going in on your crown and your third eye, clearing up some stuff like some cobwebs, so to speak. Um, and some limiting beliefs around your abilities.
I'm just working on your back, friend. Your back heart chakra was blown. So it just went, and so, oh, oh, it's like a recent like separation from someone, just like the back of your like. So people, Tim says this. My mentor says this. We need to be careful when we say, "This person broke my heart," or that made me heartbroken," or
Yeah,
stuff like that. We got to be a little bit careful with the words we use in ourselves, because when I say certain words, I'm very intuitive. So when I say certain words, I'll immediately see the energy on it. I'll be like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, cancel clear, cancel clear, cancel clear.
abort, abort,
So
abort, abort.
abort, yeah, because it's true. Like I know you guys hear it a lot that our words are magic and we spell cast, and you hear it and you see it and you see the memes and everything, but it's very true. It's very real. So whenever we do actually say stuff like that, imagine the impact it has on our bodies and fields. So no saying stuff like breaking of heart, or no saying stuff like, oh, I hope he breaks a leg, or like just stop saying stuff like that. Like I know it's funny or not literal or whatever you want to call it, but be careful, be a little bit more conscious when you're talking, because the responsibility that you hold as a conscious being is not the same as someone who's unconscious. An unconscious person can say everything out the ass, but the karmic responsibility on you, since you chose to awaken, is different. So what you say
Right.
and what you do, the responsibility is different. So just keep that in mind when you speak. Be mindful. I'm just gonna go ahead and clear out the back of your heart space and some of your lungs, but it's like seeped into your lungs as well.
Yeah, it's during those times, like especially after what Vaisha was just saying, that we really start building up our karma, essentially, like which way, your karma or your dharma, either way. And so it's really so the one of the cards that came out with you, which aligns perfectly with those words, is law of grace. Be your divine essence. Dissolve all in grace. When someone sends, um, projects their shadow onto you, or they just project onto you. dissolve it away with grace. Send it away with love. Don't send anything back with them, creating that vicious cycle. Just nip it in the butt with sending them love and acknowledging it and returning it back to sender.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, Josh, because whenever you, and I've said this over and over again, whenever we use certain tactics like mirroring or sending the energy back, or where we're like, oh, that person attacked me. So imagine how many times in sessions, even in sessions where I'm teaching someone something and their shadow might attack, right? Cancel clear. So I'll have to just keep that in mind and just hold them, put a space of peace, put grace between us, and work through source. But you can't, once you start attacking, depending on your level of consciousness, once you start attacking, when like a master person attacks a student, that's even worse. Let me not get into that, but it's just the more conscious you are, the more responsibility you hold. And that karma credit card that Josh is talking about, that's like a black card. That's like has no limit to it. So you really got to be conscious, and you got to be like, oh, I send you grace. I send you love. I understand this. I'm not going to take part in this. We've done this for several lifetimes. We're not going to play this game. Send grace and back off.
Right.
Ivy, you're so funny. Your higher self is looking at like the downloads and templates that we're giving you, and you're like, what is this? I guess I can look at it. Like you're like viewing the templates and downloads. It's hilarious. If you're feeling some chest pain, it's just it's burning away stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the if you're feeling some uneasiness right here, it's the flame burning away stuff. So just it's okay.
It's just us. It's just us and your team.
You're safe. It's a safe space. Just breathe through it.
Just to help everything, because there's a lot flowing in for you right now. So it's just, making room, and it doesn't need to be there anymore.
Ugh, she's so sassy. I guess I could use this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she's starting to feel a lot better. There we go.
She is. Yeah, it's like the sink, like those old sink plugs, just and everything that's no longer needed is just flowing down that drain. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Ooh.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Ivy.
That feels excellent. And like, let's put like little whatever version of like bandages and packing and all that wonderful healing stuff, so it was as gentle and easy, because we burned up quite a few stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll have like several guides stand around and kind of watch it for the next few days.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
I'm calling
filters.
Cones. Shit, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was calling in Archangel Ezekiel to come in to stand by with you. And I am asking him to play his healing salve, like to keep what?
Because my dad always told me to watch what I sign and read through prior to agreeing. Well, technically, you watched everything before you sign your soul contract, Ivy. What about that? Guess it's deeper ingrained than I realized. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So 95% of our brain is subconscious. Well, is it 95? I don't think that's right. Is it 90% of our brain subconscious?
I don't know. Like that? I know like a decent number.
It's a
lot of our ingrained thoughts and being and actions are subconscious, correct? I don't know if it's that high though. I'm not sure.
I mean, for the first 6 years of your life, you're operating in subconscious. You're taking snapshots of everything, learning, absorbing. You're developing your subconscious mind through those first 6 years. And then around that 7th, 8th year, you start operating out of your conscious mind. And it's that whole deconditioning and reprogramming of the subconscious kicks in later on. But yeah, it's the subconscious is a huge part. But yeah, you feel amazing, Ivy. And Ezekiel's going to be, and other guides are going to be with you to help shield you, bandage you, and take care of you. But you also take care of you too.
I love Ezekiel. Izzy's my favorite. Okay, thank you, Ivy. That feels excellent. It feels so good. You have Russian guides. It's so funny. You're like a guy with a hat on. Does this? He says hello. It's like I don't know if his name's Romanov. I don't know, but he's like hello. We have a Roman guide, Russian guide. Okay, so that feels excellent, Ivy. Just the usual. Just hydrate, eat, do well. And I'm gonna I
Yeah.
have plans on eating a Korean barbecue, so I'm gonna eat to my heart's
Ooh,
content too. So I would do the same for you, friend. Eat, 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 eat.
yes.
Okay.
Eat.
You're welcome, Ivy. All right.
That sounds
So the last person.
amazing.
I love it. Like her energy, I love it. It's like different people's energies. It comes in differently. Like Carmela's like that shamanistic eagle energy, and hers Ivy's is more like a beach. So I feel like whenever she comes on, I'm always like, I went to a beach. So it's always nice. All right, so we have one last person. Maeve, I've already called out for you twice, but Seely or Maeve Siraj was the person who said they wanted to come on here. But I've called out for you twice. I don't know where you're at, so maybe I've kept you last, so that it'll be easier. It'll be easier for you to find. And we'll go ahead and do you now as the last person on the list. Jen says, yeah, Korean barbecue. Heck yes. Korean barbecue. Who? I will eat everything. All you can eat. Who? Got this. I'm going to wear my extra loose pants.
Oh my gosh. My mouth is watering so bad. Okay, so
Galbi who?
yeah. What the heck a doodle?
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So, Maeve Siraj. In between, let us clear the energy. Jen, thank you.
Maeve, Jen, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yo, you actually came in time, lady. I don't know if you've been here the entire time, but like, awesome. Okay.
Yes.
I tried to tag you earlier, but thank you, Jen. Jen's a genius. Okay, let's see. Woo! My friend.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Do you know you like time travel and like dimensional travel? Are you aware of this? Like, I don't know if you ever like wake up and you're like disoriented some days and you don't know what year, time, or date it is, or you wake up and it feels like your head's at like where your ass is supposed to be, because you do some like traveling and you do all kinds of things, and I think when you come back into your 3D body, you don't kind of recalibrate back in. It just feels like a jigsaw puzzle with like different pieces all back, front, and like in different areas. So I'm gonna work on sourcing and grounding you first, and then kind of like really hello Athea. She goes all the time. So I'm just gonna work on like kind of recalibrating that first. Oh, you didn't like that. Oh, you're not used to being grounded and sourced, my friend. Okay, well, we're gonna give your shadow a little toy to play with. I'm gonna put you in a little toy room. There you go. There you go. Now, since I have your attention, Maeve. Her shadow is blocking us from like trying to do stuff on her. So I just put it in a little tiny room. Okay. the, let's see, her heart space. They're pulling me to her heart space.
Yep.
Manifestations. So let's kind of, they're doing like a tornado air / fire healing with that flame. So they're kind of doing this, and they're kind of using the sacred geometry. Sacred geometry, go please. And we're going and kind of streamlining stuff that doesn't happen in Taurus. And then they're going to go through that, filter out. They're asking me, you have certain downloads, and you've gotten certain downloads and templates from people. Okay, people. So they're asking me to say this. Whenever we walk between 6 feet to another person, whether they're conscious or unconscious, they're getting downloads from each other. So if I stand next to someone who's unconscious and they suddenly have like a huge headache after like maybe 30 minutes, it's just, I can't really help it. It's not like I'm trying to do anything. It's just like some people are presence healers, so they'll just get downloads. And even unconscious people can give you downloads. It's just whether or not you want that download. So they're setting certain protocols. So you have certain downloads in your field. I don't know where you work, but I'm kind of clearing out all those downloads and templates from unconscious people with lots of shadow that you don't need, and you've been processing their shadow for them. So we'll kind of know on that.
Yeah, that's what they've been having me go into is burning through like, and it's like stacked over such a long period of time. Like I know time's irrelevant, but like for such a long, for quite a while, sweetheart. But you feel so. I'm also placing a dodecahedron around you. Like when Vaishu was talking about sacred geometry, I was like, "Oh, get out of here," because that's what I'm doing. I'm putting some sacred geometry around you. I'm also doing some Merkaba work on you as well. I feel like your Merkaba is, it was kind of like, I don't want to say like I'm refortifying it with your team. We'll put it that way. So I would also check in with your team periodically through the day to set the intention with them to refortify it. That'll help with shielding and protection. And it'll especially help with what Vaishu was talking about with the coming within 6 feet of someone else, of really creating that barrier. It's not going to, you're still going to pick up on what they're doing and stuff, but it will definitely help though.
If you're getting a soul contract upgrade, we're doing that
Yep.
at the back wave, and we're having your guys interchange with you. We're holding the space. Your higher self is choosing this, so calm down. It's not me, it's your higher self. We're swapping out your guides. This was long overdue. They say long overdue. You have some new galactic guidance stepping in. You have some transformers stepping in, some angels stepping in. Old ones are leaving. Anyone that's neutral or not of the light, leave now. A good chunk of them left. And clear that space, replace with light, and ask the new guides to step in. There you go. You have new guidance. And they're all of the light right now. Some of the people that were talking to you, some of your guides weren't of the light.
Yeah. Which we need to reprogram that not all of our we all work with both sides. Some of us work with more so one side, this side, that side, whatever. But there's no one strict bad race, quote unquote. Everything's vibration. And vibration intermingles, works with each other. So let's feel like that needs to be reprogrammed, especially around fear. Fear is just an illusion, sweetheart.
I think they don't know, Josh. I think a lot of people don't know. So like, when they can like whether business like even if the light there's light tricksters, there's dark tricksters, right? And
right.
Even there's light angels, there's dark angels. So when people automatically says angels come help me, who are they speaking to? Are they asking angels
Right.
from source? Are they asking angels of the light? So sometimes you really, guys, you do have to specify who you're speaking to, because I can say an angel and it can be a fallen angel, cancel clear, and so they're different types. So specify of the light,
Yeah.
of the light, of the light.
Well, and to go a step further and to branch off this a little bit, when we are setting the intention to have experiences of our highest good, or only energies of our highest good are allowed in our presence, in this very moment, there could be a tough lesson that is for your highest good that could walk through the door. You have to be really, really specific with your words. But Maeve, I'm trying to just going in with like a magic eraser to your um, auric field to just really to scrub everything up, fill the patches. Um, just really coming back into you for a split second.
You have a new Pegasus guide. You have a Pegasus. He's like I look like Pegasus, but I'm not Pegasus. He looks like a big horse with wings, but he
Yeah.
says he's like an Andromedan guide, but that's one of his appearances. So he says he's not really a Pegasus, but that's one of your new guides. He's kind of gonna he says he will go through your field and kind of make
Yeah.
sure people or things that aren't supposed to be there are not there, and he'll kick them out.
Yep. And he'll realign your chakras. He'll um, realign your. They're amazing. If you have a Pegasus, a Unipeg, or a Unicorn on your team, they are amazing. They're powerhouses. Like they're like a one-stop shop when it comes to guides, so to speak. Like they can realign your chakras, clear out dense energies. They can up your protections. They can bring in blessings, codes, just the nine, like A to Z.
He said he's not a Pegasus, but yes.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
true. Apologies, sir.
Sorry, he just corrected me. He's like, I'm not the same.
Oh. Oh my gosh, did you just make a sound? Or did I? Okay. I was like, oh my gosh, my clairaudient ability just like did a 180. Like I can hear, but that ramped up.
that was him. I think he was like,
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Maeve, is there any other messages, any other clearings, upgrades, anything she needs at this highest for her highest good?
her shamanic heart. She's in a really good place. I feel like.
Yeah.
Generally, her energy feels like pretty decent. I'm sure there's could be clearings and stuff, but like generally, for like her heart space, I kind of like where it's at.
Yeah.
She's been doing a decent amount of work on herself. I'm very proud of you. They're very proud of you. They say, and maybe you're looking for specific guidance. So I'd find like mentors of some sort. That was like a message that came in earlier. But you feel pretty good, and your shamanic heart is like coming, like it's soon. They're saying soon. It's like whirring around you, like it wants to enter. So you're doing lots of really good work on yourself, and just generally good job.
Yeah. It's just like the small but equally big things. Keep doing them. Yeah, you feel really amazing, sweetheart.
She does. Just very heart centered, heart space. Very good.
Yeah.
There you go. She's like, she was ready. She had it. She's like, I'm ready to let this go now. Thank you. Thank you for letting us do that. Thank you.
And are you gonna be friendly now? Are you warmed up to us now? Okay. Sorry, I'm just
Well, go ahead.
I'm just talking to your shadow, Maeve. Sorry.
It's just Maeve, whatever is going on with your solar and GI system.
Yeah.
You might have a bowel movement later today or tomorrow, several times maybe. But it's just normal. It's just a way that we clear, cleanse from our body. So I wouldn't take it like I wouldn't be like, oh my god, what's wrong with me or anything like that. It's just a form of clearing.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, that feels good. And we
Yeah.
just
No, you spoke.
filled everything with light and resealed it. You feel amazing, Maeve.
You truly do, sweetheart. Keep it up, honey. And thank you so much for allowing us to connect, read, and channel advice, and just for being you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Maeve, and thank you everyone for being here today and letting us connect with you. And just like some of us, you've been just chilling out with us. Thank you. We really
Yeah.
had fun. I love doing this Violet Flame event. I love dealing with all the guides who came in, the guidance that came in. Thank you, Saint Germain. Thank you, guidance all mentioned and unmentioned who has stepped in. Elohim, we're now closing the session. And thank you, wonderful, beautiful Josh, for his knowledge and his just wonderful presence. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart. It's been truly a pleasure. Feel like I was a little chaotic with the tea spilling and the phone dropping and the blah 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 blah. But hey, it was great. Just don't mind my little projection there. I call back all my energy. Thank you, please. And no, it's been a complete pleasure. And we'll do another one soon for those of you
Yes.
that weren't able to get on the list. And thank you, everyone who came in. Thank you, guys, for all your messages. And yeah. Love you. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night.